welcome back to Inside My Head, episode 3. So exciting. I'm your girl Emma again, and we're here with my beautiful cousin Grace.
Hey!
And we're going to be talking about
body dysmorphia! Woo!
so exciting. Just hit the
Yay.
mic. Anyway, a little bit of a more sure-ish topic. So I'm sure y'all are just like wondering how we're going to turn this out and make it fun and informative. Just wait and see. That's all I have to tell you.
We're some fun gals.
We are. So just tune on in and get along for the ride. Anyway, so diving right in, those of you who don't know what body dysmorphia is that it's an obsessive focus on a perceived flaw, appearance. So that can be something like your weight or, your skin or hair, something like that, just about your appearance that you are like hyperfixated on. And then sometimes you might be doing like mirror checking. So like you're constantly like, not just like, oh, I need to fix my hair, but like you're doing it like so much, like fixing your clothes, making sure you look okay, and then your hair, like skin picking and stuff like that. And I did just act all those out.
Thank you for the demonstration.
You're so welcome. And so, yes. And then also with body dysmorphia is when you're focusing on that flaw, you think other people are focusing on it just as much as you are, which is completely untrue. Mm-hmm. And then also some things that can stem from body dysmorphia is anxiety, and also if with body dysmorphia, if you struggle with the weight side of it, then eating disorders can come from that. And something I didn't know, well, fun fact, that my therapist told me, shout out, you know who you are, is that body dysmorphia comes from body shaming and trauma, which I didn't know. So, there you go. So, any opinions on the definition, characteristics, and stuff like that I just mentioned?
I mean, I think they're all very good. Very
thank
good. I feel like in today's society that I feel like a lot of body dysmorphia, body image issues comes from comparison.
Totally.
Because of social media, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it may be, it's just a highlight reel of someone else's life, and they're gonna post it because they think that they look good, whatever. They're gonna edit themselves, Facetune, smooth out their cellulite.
All that jazz. Y'all know Facetune, don't lie.
Oh yeah. Even the Kardashians.
Oh yeah.
Even the Kardashians do it. You can call all the time. Like, and even you could sit there and compare and be like, oh, I wish I had a butt like Kimberly Kardashian. But, like, it's fake. It's not even real.
It's fake?
Yeah.
News to me. Anyway.
But yeah, I feel like nowadays a lot of it can come down to comparison.
And so I guess for you personally, when you say, yes, when I'm struggling with body dysmorphia, it looks like that you're struggling with comparison the most?
Yeah, I would say comparison the most. I would say, like, I still, even if no one's around me and I am changing or whatever.
Also because of where you live, right?
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I currently live in Hawaii and we're in a swimsuit 24/7, literally 365 days a year. Except for the last 3 weeks because it's rained every single day. But yeah, you're constantly in a bathing suit, and it doesn't matter if you're in a one piece, two piece. It's everything.
All pieces.
Everything is being shown. So you could be sitting on the beach and just sitting there. Oh, that girl has such toned legs. My legs don't look like that. Oh, she has 6-pack. I have so many rolls. Like whatever it may be. But you just sit there and compare. Whether I'm trying to or not, it's hard.
And I think that's so interesting that you say when you're comparing, because when you are at the beach, there are so many different body types and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when you talk about you're thinking more negatively about yourself, and you're comparing people that may be more toned or more petite than you, instead of seeing people that may be bigger than you and thinking like, oh, I'm thinner than them, I look better than them. So it's interesting because you definitely do focus on more of the negative and more of the flaw, and when you're comparing, you tend to look at someone that may be more of the ideal body image, whatever that may be, but in society there is technically one, I guess I would say. And so you're just like doing that. So that's really interesting that we compared to the more ideal body type, whatever that is. Yeah. So when did you start noticing that you struggle with it, I guess?
I don't think there was ever like a moment where I was like, I have body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
But I think like in high school, I played a lot of sports, so I was very active, going from one sport to a club sport to whatever. So I never really thought about it in high school. And then in college, you get to college, you're like, oh, I can buy whatever I want. I can eat what, like your parents aren't there, like, buying they're buying your food at home, and so you're finally like, I have freedom, I can go buy whatever I want. Freshman 15 is a real deal. But freshman year of college, I started, like, going out and seeing, like, at college there's so many different types of people. Yeah. From literally, like, I went from a small private high school. And
you went to A&M, so it's a lot bigger. There's a lot of people there in College Station, and a lot of different body types and stuff like that.
Just
around in a close area.
Going to class, going to a party, whatever, you look at a girl in a small shirt, and you think, her boobs look good, but they're fake. But you're like, mine don't look like that. And then you start, like, oh, well, I don't look like that. That girl's a lot smaller than me. I wonder what she's eating every day. Like, what is she doing? Maybe it's genetic. Like, she could just be eating... Anyways, that's a whole... It doesn't matter.
Let me stop myself from ranting real quick.
But I'm like, oh, she's a lot smaller than me. Maybe this is why I don't have a boyfriend or don't whatever. Anyways, but it's like, I think in college, that's when it got bad, is because I was surrounded by so many different types of people. Yeah. And that's when you really start, like, nagging on yourself.
And also, we grew up with with parents that were very focused on our appearance and just how we looked and just making sure we, represented ourselves well and stuff like that. I know I would hear a lot the saying, nothing tastes better than the taste of being skinny. And I just want to say that's so not true. I've tasted some really good foods in my life. And I've also been skinny before, so hard to believe, but I was there. And I struggled a lot with my appearance. Yeah. More than I do now, honestly.
Which is, like, crazy. Because it's just, I know you're making me wanna. I know, my posture sucks. Yeah, we didn't grow up in a, like, household.
What would your parents say?
My parents said, once on the lips, forever on the hips.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
It's brutal out here.
That's literally, like, what we grew up with and stuff like that, so.
Brutal.
And people wonder why we think badly of ourselves sometimes.
Terrible. I love you.
No tea, no shade. We love y'all. It's just the truth. So, have you ever been clinically diagnosed?
No.
That's okay. I just asked that because I was just curious. I guess if you've been clinically diagnosed, you're more likely to get professional help and stuff. Mm-hmm. So have you ever, did you ever seek out, like, any help with it?
I did not. I don't know, it never really crossed my mind. I talked to my friends a lot in college, especially, and now, my roommate currently, shout out to her, because I was, like, doing a lot of comparison back to what I looked like in college versus now, and I was like, I looked so good in college, And I'm like, that's not what I look like now, and she was like, Grace, you have to remember, like, your metabolism changes so much between college and now, and your body just changes. You're like a woman now. You're not a child. So
yeah, that's also hard comparing yourself to how you like used to be. And it's like, I'm not doing the same things. I'm not nearly as active as I used to be and stuff like that.
And so, and like coming to terms with that has like helped a lot as well. But yeah, seeking professional help, no. I in college decided to study nutrition to try and like help myself like further my education on how I can become like the best version of myself and like feed myself the right things to look a certain way and everything like that. So, but that's a whole other conversation.
So do you think that studying that kind of helped the way that you looked at yourself?
I think so.
Differently?
Yeah. I think because I was like, oh, I can feed myself this and do these things to look a certain way. Might not have been the healthiest approach, but
I guess that's one way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, you hear so many different things, like, on how to get in shape, all the fad diets, like, and I was like, I want to learn for myself.
Yeah.
I want to learn how I can become in the best shape, feed myself what I need to look a certain way.
And you did it the healthy way, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's good. I'm proud of you. If there was someone here struggling with body dysmorphia, what would you tell them?
I would just tell them, like, just to talk to someone. It doesn't have to be a professional because
it can be, though.
It can, yes. I'm
That's always encouraged, though.
I'm not, like, yeah. Anyways.
But mainly just talking to someone.
But, like, just talking to someone because a lot of people struggle with it, whether you realize it or not. And I think that's what's, like, so hard for people to, like, grasp is because I think everyone thinks that it's, like, just them. And that, like, no one else, like, is, like, looking around like, oh, that girl, or whatever, I look so bad, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, a lot of people do think that. And so you'd be surprised in, like, talking to someone if they would be like, me too.
Yeah.
You know?
Even, I feel like with guys, I'm not a guy, so I can't speak, like, for all.
Guys struggle with it, too.
But, yeah. And I think also with, like, the gym, like, oh, I'm not as big as that guy. So it can look differently, but I think, like, you know, if you're looking at it from the weight side, then, like, you know, there's a lot of similarities and stuff.
And guys, reach out to people, too, because
anyone reach out to someone.
Someone.
Just know that whatever shape you are now, just try and do your best to love yourself because you are loved and you are beautiful and you are accepted. Just for looking however you look. And I know it can be hard sometimes when struggling with that, but just try and remember those things. And if you need to write on your mirror, like, you know, you're beautiful, I'm pretty, you know, stuff like that, just to kind of help you.
For yourself.
Yeah, or getting off social media, whatever, stuff like that, that can really help. And then seeking out some help.
I think what's like helped me because I struggle with it, but like it's not as bad, like as bad as it used to be. I've really come a long way. I think just knowing that like your body is so powerful and like this is gonna get deep, but this is the one body you get for the rest of your life, babe. Okay, live it, love it. This is all you got, so like embrace it.
So might as well just love it.
Why spend the rest of your life hating yourself for
that
the smallest thing?
Yeah. Okay, I love that. Okay, guys. Well, I think that's it on body dysmorphia from Emma and Grace. Yeah. Love yourself. We love y'all. Okay.
Bye.
Bye, babes. Have a good night. Bye.